There's a specific type of weight that settles in a room when a secret is shared. Not a good secret, but the kind that feels like lead in your stomach. In academic circles, they call it semantic saturation, the point where words stop being symbols and start becoming physical. We're going to talk about the Gozu Protocol tonight. Most people know it as cowhead, a Japanese urban legend so supposedly terrifying that anyone who hears it dies of fright. But that's the child's version. The reality is much more clinical and much more dangerous. Think of it as a linguistic virus. In 1974, there was a recorded incident known as the silent classroom. A substitute teacher reportedly found an old Edo period manuscript and read it to his students. When the principal arrived an hour later, he found 30 children staring at the chalkboard in total silence. They weren't dead, they just didn't know who they were anymore. Their names, their parents, even the basic function of breathing had become optional. I've spent a long time sanitizing what I'm about to tell you. I've stripped away the specific markers that trigger that level of collapse. But even as I speak, the air in this room feels heavy, stagnant, like it's waiting for something to fill the void. If you're still listening, it means your curiosity has already bypassed your survival instinct. That's stage 1. The protocol has 3 distinct phases of exposure. The first is the peripheral shadow. It's that nagging sensation that someone just walked past the doorway behind you. You turn and of course there's nothing there. But the feeling persists. It's not a ghost, it's your brain trying to render a shape for the information you're currently absorbing. You see, Gozu doesn't have a face of its own, it's a parasitic idea. To manifest, it borrows the facial features of the person you trust most in this world. It uses your love as a doorway. Here's a quick test. Don't look away from the screen, but try to notice the temperature of the back of your neck. Is it colder than the palms of your hands? If it is, then the sequence has already begun. Your body is reacting to a presence your eyes haven't caught yet. There's a metallic taste, isn't there? Just a faint hint of blood at the back of your throat. That's the sound of the words taking root. I told you I sanitized this. But maybe sanitized was the wrong word. Maybe I just made it easier for the virus to slide in without you noticing. Can you hear that? It's subtle. A wet, rhythmic dragging sound, like something heavy. Something made of meat and bone is being pulled slowly across floorboards. It's not in my room, it's in your memory. Every time I pause, your brain fills the silence with that sound. That's stage 2. Dissolution. This is where the clinical mask usually slips. I'm finding it harder to remember the names of simple things. The chair, the window, the glass thing you're looking at. The Gozu Protocol isn't just a story I'm telling you, it's a trap. By explaining it, I'm actually offloading the burden. I'm passing the infection to you so that I can finally be empty again. It's an old trick, one used in the Edo period with blank scrolls. They would leave them in shrines for the curious to find. Once you read the nothingness on the page, your own identity would rush out to fill it. 1603, 16-3, 116-45. Those dates don't mean anything to you, do they? But they're rhythmic, hypnotic. They're the heartbeat of the protocol. The room is getting darker now, a deep, bruised purple. And the air, it smells like rotting hay and animal musk. It's getting harder to breathe, isn't it? Just like those children in 1974. We've reached stage 3, the terminal transfer. I have a confession to make. I haven't actually spoken a real word for the last several minutes. What you've been hearing isn't my voice. It's your own mind hallucinating a narrative to make sense of the high-frequency static I've been broadcasting. The narrator you think you're watching, he's been gone for a while now. This image on your screen is just a residual flicker, a shadow cast by the virus as it finishes its work inside your psyche. Look at the edges of the video. The colors are starting to bleed, aren't they? Pulsating in time with your own pulse. The Gozu Protocol is fully active now. It's inside your memory. It's waiting for the lights to go out. It's a very quiet thing, really. It doesn't scream. It just stays there. In the corner of your eye, wearing your mother's face or your best friend's eyes, waiting for you to forget that it's there. My mouth is moving, but the sound is just static now. Can you feel the skittering, like thousands of tiny dry insect legs moving inside your speakers? They're moving from left to right. They're looking for a way out. They're looking for you. I'm leaving now. The chair will be empty, but the weight will remain. The 72-hour incubation period has officially begun. You might feel fine tomorrow. You might even forget we had this conversation or dismiss it as just another piece of digital fiction. But the protocol doesn't care about your skepticism. There are rules you must follow if you want to stay yourself. First, practice strict auditory hygiene. If you hear your name called in a familiar voice from an empty room or from behind a closed door, do not answer. Do not even acknowledge that you heard it. If you do, you're giving the concept permission to move from your memory into your physical reality. Second, do not sleep in a room with an open door. It needs a threshold to cross, and a closed door is a powerful psychological barrier. When this video ends, the screen will go black. It will be a perfect mirror-like black. Don't look at your reflection. Don't check your hair or look for movement in the background. Just close the tab. Turn off the device, because for a split second, in that reflection, the person looking back at you won't be you. It will be the thing you've been listening to, finally wearing the face it's been borrowing from your mind. Good night. Then please, for your own sake, try not to remember too much.